What is going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of the pickup video. You guys know how we do on this channel. We take a look at some stuff that we picked up, some pre pickup stuff, and then we hit the stores. Brett Hamilton grabbed us another Super Nintendo controller. A little dingy, but the buttons seem okay. You know, you can still kind of hear them a little bit. Maybe that's just my finger hitting the top of them. I don't know. Definitely add that to the collection. I was actually down to, I thought I had more Super Nintendo controllers, and then Benevolent Dick on YouTube needed a Super Nintendo controller, so I was like, dude, I'll just send you one. I thought I had plenty. I was down to like my last 2 or 3, but yeah, for 99 cents or $1 or whatever he paid for it. Awesome to get a Super Nintendo controller back in the box for doubles or extras or bundle with consoles or trade bait or whatever. Also, Hamilton had a box, an NES that he found. It was a Nintendo 4 controllers for 20 or 25 bucks. He wanted me to sell. He found some games, you know, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, RC Pro-Am, Sky Shark, trying to remember, Double Dribble, Jack Nicklaus Golf, and this game right here. It actually didn't end up selling in my area, so he said he'll just sell it to a friend of his that wants it. But I said I'm going to keep this game out of the bundle because I didn't have it. And that game is Super Sprint, the old Tengen kart. And yeah, I played this for a little bit. It's pretty fun. It's one of those games where the first like 2 or 3 tracks are super easy, and then it kind of ramps up the difficulty as you progress from like level 3 on, because you have to make the right upgrades, you know, tires or boosts or, you know, whatever it is. So, all right, guys, that is our pickups. Super Nintendo controller and Super Sprint on the NES. Let's hit those thrift stores. Alright, guys, we are going to go into that GameStop right there. We have a whole box of trade. I'll show you that box of trade here as soon as we circle around the old parking lot. Yeah. So we're going to head into that GameStop right there. Talk about renewing a membership maybe, checking out their PS3 titles. We have this whole box of PS3 Move controllers. There's the God of War controller there. We've got, I guess it's not a God of War controller, it's just a red PS3 controller. And we got some titles here. It looks like Orange Box is trading in for about 11 bucks or so. And the rest of them are trading in at, you know, 20 bucks for the whole lot. So, all right, guys, we're going to run in and check it out. All right, so I've been a little sick lately. And let me back this up. I have my makeup on, I look horrible. Alright, so you guys saw we went to GameStop. I haven't bought anything from GameStop for myself in probably like 10 years at least. The last thing I pre-ordered at GameStop was Metal Gear Solid 2 on the PlayStation 2. I may have bought gift cards, you know, for the kids or a game or something for the kids, but nothing for me. So, like I've been saying, guys, try to keep you guys updated. I wanted to trade in those PS3 Move controllers. We're trading in for like $16.50 a piece right now. I walk in there, you know, it was 15 bucks to renew a Power Up Rewards membership, which comes with Game Informer magazine. Awesome, can't wait for that. But yeah, so 15 bucks, and yeah, I mean, he said I couldn't trade in all of the Move controllers, something in their system. If you traded in too many of one thing, it will block you or lock you out or something. A friend of mine, Hamilton's actually going through this right now, where he traded in like 6 PS3 Move controllers, and then the next day traded in like 6 more, and now he's blocked. Now they got to say, you know, they're saying he's got to wait 90 days, but the guy was a manager that I talked to, and he said, yeah, you could call corporate with questions. So I called corporate, and they said, as long as you don't trade in more than $600 worth for the year, then you should be good to go. And I said, well, my friend got that blocked, and they said, well, yeah, if you trade in too many of the same item. And I said, well, if I trade in $500 worth of, you know, different games, I won't get flagged. But if I trade in $500 worth of PS3 Move controllers, you will get flagged. It's like, I don't understand what the deal is. You know, $600, if that's the limit, then you should take whatever. And if you feel like the person's being sketched or they may have stolen those items, then maybe have a measure, right? Don't create the rule. You know what I mean? Like, they have this weird exception that you can only trade in this much, and then they have all these rules that sort of govern that. What you want to do in policy making is you want to make the rule and then have a handful of others, right? They could easily put into my account. Is a reseller, trades in stuff. He's trading up towards a PlayStation 4, and let me just trade it in because I'm going to trade it in eventually. But the guy was real nice at the store. It wasn't his fault. I don't have a GameStop horror store or anything like that. He did give me a $5 plus trade credit for, the next time I trade something in. I think it's valid for like 2 weeks. I would say all in all, it was a good experience. So I traded in, he let me trade in 2 Move controllers. I traded in some games that I've had posted on Craigslist forever, like Xbox 360 Orange Box. It's trading in for like $11. I picked it up at a garage sale for $11.25. It's weird because as somebody that resells, to buy more games, it's like, I know that game's worth more, but I've had it for, like I said, almost a year now. Nobody wants it. Nobody's asked for it. I only paid $1.25 for it. I might as well get the $11 credit and start building towards that PlayStation 4. So while I was there, and what else? Oh, he took the extra PS3 6-axis controller, which was trading in for $16.35 or $13.25 or something. So I thought that was good trade value for that. I did buy one game. Boom. Got it right here. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the video game. Alright, we'll talk about this real quick. That's complete. It is like a beat-em-up type game where you play as Batman. You can play as Batman or Robin in the stage. Both of you will play. Like, if you play as Batman, there will also be a computer playing as Robin. So you play as 2 superheroes per stage. You can pick either one. And then like Plastic Man and Blue Beetle and Hawkman there. When you unlock them, you can call them in at certain times during the level, and they'll come in and like just blast through enemies and stuff like that. It's a really, really cool game because you can upgrade like the Batarang and your lasers, cutter things and your explosives. But it's kind of boring because it's kind of repetitive. Like all the levels are sort of the same, which is like Astro Boy. But it does follow like the Brave and the Bold, the meat and potatoes of the Brave and the Bold series, which was like in the 60s comic books where Batman would go into like these other DC superheroes, universes or whatever, the little areas, and he would help them with problems, which is really cool. So if you see this, I got this for $6.29, and that's about what I would pay for it. I'd pay $6-7 for this game. Definitely, if you see this out for cheap, pick it up. It's a good title to have in your collection. You can see some of the characters on the back there, Flash and Aquaman, stuff like that. Aquaman's special power is really cool. Like, you have to shake the Wiimote to build up the power meter, and then this huge wave, this water wave, just goes right across the screen. There's like little fish and stuff in it. It's pretty sweet. So like I said, yeah, that was our GameStop adventure. Just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, let's get to the other part of the video. I don't know, man. Here's the deal. We're going to do a little something different today. I just got over being sick, so you can still kind of tell I'm kind of congested a little bit. I didn't have the energy to actually shoot video game footage today. We did go out, and we did grab some stuff. We actually made more trades, and we made more moves this week. Trades and stuff. We did get one thing. Let me try and find it real quick. Okay, I got it. Not a super huge thing. This is the only thing that we got today for $3.99. It is a portal for the 360 for Skylanders swap team, whatever. If you guys remember, I bought that big bag of Skylanders. There's a couple big bags. Basically, I had like 12 or 13 bucks into the whole lot. But I realized that the swap team figures needed a different portal. And for the swap team or swap force, whatever it's called, they actually make them specific. Like this one says for the Xbox 360. So I was actually happy to get this. I could bundle it with the rest of the figures because I really haven't had any hits on it, which is okay. I'm not rushing really to sell it. My daughters enjoy playing it, and hopefully this weekend or next weekend I can sit down and we can play it together, which will be fun. So I picked up that portal, $4. Not a super huge deal there. A friend of mine at work, she said, hey, we're getting ready to maybe move, and we want to have a garage sale. We got a whole bunch of Xbox stuff and PlayStation stuff and whatever. So I said, well, bring it in. I'll take a look at it, and if there's anything in there that I'm interested in, I'll definitely make you an offer. Her husband actually still plays his Xbox and 360, So he took out all the good games, you know, all the Call of Duties and all that stuff. And basically what we're left were stuff that they didn't want and scraps like sports games and, you know, just stuff like that, common titles. But she gave this to me for free. It's Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. It's the case and manual only for platinum hits, which is awesome. You guys, you guys, see, I can't even talk. You guys know I don't mind picking up cases of manuals because either I can trade them to you guys or, you know, maybe find the game. But I actually bought $10 worth of stuff from her. $5 of that will be in the end of the month, year of the PlayStation video. But we did get 2 non-PlayStation games for $2. The first one was Condemned 2, Bloodshot. Now, I have the first Condemned. I haven't even played it. I know you guys like your survival horror games out there. If that series is any good, if this is worth playing, let me know. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm just probably going to bundle 1 and 2 together and maybe sell them or trade them. Because I just don't know if I'll have time to play those. So when I saw this game, I told her, I said, hey, this is like a $20 game, you know, $20, $25 game. And she was like, well, I'll just sell it to you for $3, whatever. It's The Punisher for the original Xbox. Now, I have this already for the Xbox, the original Xbox right there. So this will be a double for me. And it is complete. It's actually not in bad condition. It's got a little fingerprint on there, a little smudge. The manual is actually in good condition. It's just got like a little nick on the top there. But other than that, copy of The Punisher, which is awesome. And like I said, I got more. I got $5 more worth of PlayStation stuff, but that's in the end of the video. All right, so my boy Remington hit me up. He's always buying and selling. After I traded him an N64 with the expansion pack and Donkey Kong, he traded me some GameCube games like Monkey Ball and I think Mario Strikers and Melee, you know, that kind of stuff. He's really learned the hustle, so he buys big lots. He doesn't have like a wife or kid, so he'll buy a big lot, you know, kind of like what Shad Juice does, and then just break off the pieces. I don't really have the money or the time for that kind of thing, but apparently he's doing really, really well. So he invited me over to take a look at some of his stuff, some of his doubles that he wanted, and this is what we ended up doing. We ended up doing like a partial trade, partial cash kind of thing. So the first thing that I picked up, don't really see this a lot. Let me try and figure out how to explain this. For this item and another item, he wanted, trying to think, like $30 or something. 20. Yeah, because he gave this to me for free. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. All right, so included in that deal for $30 that I traded him for, I got this is an actual Nintendo game holder. Let me grab a game real quick. Get DuckTales. This is actually, if you're looking for this specific model, maybe if you had one of these when you were a kid and you're looking, this is the GPX, I think, GPX 1500 laser line. I think it's its actual name. And it's supposed to have a door here that folds up that says, you know, Nintendo and GPX 1500 laser line on it. And sort of that pale gunmetal-y type gray that the NES is. This one's all dirty. It definitely needs to be cleaned off. But your game slides right in there like that. Like I said, there's a door that goes up. And then there's like a little button on the side that you push. And your game kind of comes out. So, thought that was really cool. We're going to clean that up. It looks like in that condition, it'll go for like $8. You know, it's not a very, very expensive thing. But if you had one that's in great condition with the door that, again, opens up, they're always broken for some reason. Well, it's because they weren't well made and they get banged around a lot. But, you know, one of those sold for $75. So if you ever see something like that, you know, at a yard sale or whatever, definitely pick it up. So he gave that to me for free. Included in the $30 bundle, I traded him, I think, Punch-Out for the Wii and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So that was about $28 or something. And the first thing that we got, now I'm super excited to have this into my collection. This is another carrying case for Nintendo games. And you may have seen these before. This is a 15 game case. Usually you see the smaller one that's a 10 game case, which is definitely awesome. But yeah, usually the 15 game cases I don't see a lot. Everything on here, the handle, is nice. The latch is nice. It's still got that pop to it. And then inside, it's really clean. And it doesn't, it's not been broken back. You know what I mean? Like when you push back on it, it kind of breaks that cardboard loose in there and wears out the vinyl, the plastic. But definitely excited to have this to my collection. If you guys see these in the wild, these still go for, you know, 25 bucks or so. So definitely pick that up. So for that 30-buck trade, like I said, Punch-Out and Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube, we got those two carrying cases. And then we picked up a copy of Resident Evil 0 for the GameCube. A game that I did not have. So I think the only Resident Evil game I had to date, well, until I showed you that, was Resident Evil 4. This one is complete, very good condition, both discs. And just like a lot of these 2-disc games when you find them, the second disc doesn't even look like it's been played. So happy to add another GameCube game, especially like a Resident Evil game. So then I saw sitting on his shelf of doubles, he's got a huge, like, he's got almost a whole room of doubles. And, well, half a room, because he's got shelves and everything. I saw this game in there. I said, hey, man, how much you want for this game? He says, $11. I said, should take 10. He's like, yeah, bro, no problem. So, yeah, I picked up another Resident Evil game. I got the original Resident Evil. Nice black label condition, man. It's very, very nice. Unfortunately, it's in a PlayStation case or a DVD case, so I do need to find another dual disc GameCube case, which shouldn't be that hard because I think one of the Tiger Woods games is a 2-disc case, so I'll buy that for the cheap. But again, these discs are in very, very good condition. There's disc 1 with my big hand in the way. But there's both discs. Like I said, the manual's in really good shape, so definitely happy to add a couple Resident Evil titles. But the reason why I went over there was he sent me a picture of this, and he was like, dude, I don't need this stuff. I don't collect it. Whatever you want. I'm looking for Nintendo games, you know, that kind of stuff. So I sent him a picture of some of my doubles, some of the stuff I had in the inventory. And we basically traded Super Ghouls and Ghosts for Super Nintendo for this one item. Now, he said that, this is where he got it from. I always love the stories. He said he put out an ad on Craigslist asking for games or whatever, and somebody replied back to him. And, you know, this is what Shadju says all the time. You know, people reply back and say, hey, I have this stuff. You know, can you make me an offer on it? But in this guy's case, he was a hoarder, and he had been court-ordered to clean out his stuff. So some of his stuff was video game stuff. And he went over there, my boy Remington went over there, and bought all this stuff. So, you know, he'd probably made his money back on, you know, Donkey Kong 64s and Smash Bros. Melees and all that stuff. So this was kind of stuff that was left over. So he was willing to trade it, and I was more than happy to find it and pick it up, especially trade one game, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is a pretty common game. But we picked up a Mad Catz analog flight stick, which is awesome. And then there's a fight stick on here too, and it's real clicky. Clicky, clicky. All these buttons have that perfect, like, brand new out of the package snap to them. And it's just a little dirty. It needs cleaned off. I would have cleaned it off before the video, but I wanted to show you what condition it was in. But yeah, it also came with a memory card, which probably won't need that. The only thing it's missing is there's a cover that goes over this, over the port. But yeah, it's really good condition. It does take batteries, and the battery compartment is very, very clean, as you can see. But I'm definitely excited to try this out. He said he tested it and it worked, but it's just not something that he was familiar with and really didn't care about, which is cool. But, you know, the reason why you want to get a flight stick like this for your N64 is so you could play Star Fox, right? Like, that's the first game I thought of. But in doing some research, the way they mapped a button, they didn't map this to the fire button. They mapped it to the Z button. And if you remember in Star Fox, the Z button, you know, pitches the plane, and you can, you know, tap it twice, do a barrel roll, you know, do a barrel roll. So there's no way to change it. So, you know, this is going to be your fire button and your bomb button and stuff. But there are plenty of other flight games that you could probably use this for on the N64, like Aero Fighters or Star Wars, you know, Rogue Squadron. So I'm sure there's a ton of games that this is going to be used for. And the joystick will probably come in handy for some fighting games that I play all the time, like Xena Warrior Princess. Wish I didn't tell you that. I'm just kidding. Seriously, though, it's actually not a bad fighting game. But we'll see, man. We'll give it a try. Very excited to have it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Short week. Sorry there wasn't any game hunting footage. I know you guys love that stuff, but still kind of congested. Wasn't really feeling it. And we were only out for a couple hours today. So, I don't know. I'll do better on the next one. But look at it this way. At least it was a shorter video and you guys can get out of here and go back to your lives 5 to 6 minutes faster. So, thanks for watching and we will see you guys on the next one.